Just gave that whole thing away. Good job, Will. Did a good job, buddy. You did a great job.
It's
What's
no
up,
longer
everybody?
secret.
What's up, everybody? Secrets out of the bag. Cats out of the bag. It's all good, though. I'm here. I'm here with a guest today. We're going to talk about some different things. Hopefully, we don't have too many hiccups. It's looking like it's going to be a good day. I think it's going to be a good show, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. I'm going to act like I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to just go ahead and get this thing on the road. So thank you for being here. My name is Will. This is I Will Create YouTube channel, where I talk about all kinds of different stuff. I got a lot of stuff you see, and I talk about music culture, underground hip hop. I'm the hip hop Bob Ross. You can call me your neighborhood nerd, whatever you want, but I'm here to try to bring you guys insightful information. I might have something you never heard of. I might introduce you to somebody you didn't know. And you know what? That's cool to me because the more the merrier. And I'm just trying to find my spot in this community and try to bring something else that can help bring these dope artists who are all over the place to the forefront, because I really think that we need more eyes on these talented individuals. A lot of these guys have gone unseen and unheard for too long, and it's really up to us as a community to shed a spotlight on these cats and just have a way to bring the masses. I mean, it's still going to be the underground, but why not try and make it all happen as a team? So today I got with me Gadget, Anthony Gadget Mims. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
How are you today? I'm well. See if I can do the side by side. And I'm really, thankful that you took the time to do this with me. You're a busy guy, so I really appreciate it. But you're doing what I want to do. You're the name is supposed to be on the other side over there, but yeah, he's the guy. He's the Gadget. I'm Will. But yeah, so he's where a lot of us hope to get to, where we have our own thing and where we can contribute. But this stuff did not happen overnight. It's been a journey for you.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of it, fortunately for me and a lot of other nerds like myself, we have the ability to watch you grow through different mediums like YouTube and Instagram, just to name a couple. Let's just go ahead and talk about how you got. I went back and took a peek at some of these older ones. So Scheme, XO, I got to see the good stuff. I heard the first words ever spoken on social media by Gadget, and it was, yeah, that was it. That was it.
What video was that?
So somebody goes, I think it was one of the XO videos, and somebody was like, all right, are we rolling? And you were like, yeah. That was it. That was the first words ever spoken on the internet by Gadget. And I thought that was cool. I thought it was notable because you're a man of few words. Maybe in your close circle, maybe you got a lot to say, but you walk the walk, and that's really what inspires me, is people that have a vision and they lead by example. So how did you decide? I mean, I have some theories, but how did you decide to get into the hip hop scene, the underground scene? Like if you're on an airplane and sitting next to somebody, how would you just go about explaining how all this came to be?
Well, my origin story, I grew up in, I was born in the 70s. So I was there when hip hop began. So it was always, I was always fascinated by hip hop. In ninth grade, we were taught basic programming. So we had a basic program, 1+1, and then you hit enter, and then it goes all the way down. So I created a basic program with all the rappers at that time in 1984. In 1984, there were only 164 rappers, and I had a list of all of them.
So what, you were like 14 or something?
I was like, hold up, in 80, yeah, I was 14.
Damn, that's great. That's hustle, man. That's hustle. So what happened with that?
Rappers started getting big, so I couldn't do, I couldn't keep updating the program.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I remember doing computer stuff back then too, like really early on, you know. I think you're talking about it now where you click a button and it took you somewhere else. That was just like, what? You can click this little circle and it takes you to another page that has other things on it. I just thought that was the coolest thing. So you had it ingrained in you really early on, but
Yeah.
what was there a teacher that inspired you to like put this together, or was it like a sense of you just wanted to have a bigger thing that you were part of? What was?
Uh, I was always fascinated by why stuff happened, like history.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't a big, United States history guy in high school, but I was always fascinated by origin stories of
Mhm.
R&B artists. This was before rap, like
Right.
Al Green, Sam Cooke. How they lived, how they died, what caused their death, stuff like that. So I was always fascinated with the story of the person.
Okay. And so your love for music and hip hop just basically organically took you down this path where you
Yes.
wanted to try and do your own thing
Uh,
and create your own. Is that?
I like to document stuff because there's gonna come a time where someone is going to try to erase history.
Mhm.
It's already happened
Yeah.
with some black musicians. Like when Elvis came around, you would have thought there were no black rock and roll people.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. So you're putting a lot of faith in the digital world to
It's
have
there.
all this stuff
It's,
documented.
it's there forever. You just
Yeah.
said you just said you went back to. I think I started doing YouTube videos in 2007. It's
Uh,
2019 now.
12 years is what the oldest video, the very first one was a
XO.
video XO just freestyling. And I thought that was so, I just thought it was fitting just to have a single dude with no music, nothing, and you. It was like, it's almost like representation of what you're doing now, which is isolating individuals, highlighting them in a cool way. That's, you're calling it documenting, but you're giving us entertainment. So you're entertaining us and you're giving us a history lesson and you're preserving something.
Right.
And I think that's really, I don't know if everybody really understands that it's what that is about is preserving an entire legacy and culture. Like it's not just to get clicks and likes. It
Right.
has nothing to
Right.
do with that. I mean, when you start a YouTube channel, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares if you get one like or five dislikes. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see your shit. Nobody wants to support. But I think the people that do well in the community are the ones that don't care about that just want to do it for the right reasons. I
Right.
mean, I can go through, man, from the very beginning all the way through the first year, and I can probably count all the likes on two hands on the videos. But it has nothing to do with how good they are, because those videos were, man, I was watching a video and you were on you were on a fire escape with like three or four dudes,
I was on
and
a fire escape.
yeah, it looked like a balcony, like an overlooking
Okay.
the street. Okay, and so the second words ever spoken on social media, I believe, by Gadget were, "Is that the popo?" Do you know which one I'm talking about?
That was XO True video.
There was like three or four dudes. There's like three or
Yeah.
four dudes that are all kind of in a group, and you can see it's hilarious. I'm gonna put a link to that video in this live stream in the description afterwards. I didn't want to give it away, so I didn't link anything yet, but
That's
um,
funny.
Yeah, you can see the dude is spitting, and then like out of nowhere, you see this little cop car creep up in the picture, and he stops, and you're like, "Is that the popo?" Right in the middle of the session, like they're going off, and you just hear those words. I just thought that was funny as hell. And yeah, there's a lot of really great content. I'll tell you what, one that really got to me too, like one that really it's not been on repeat for about a week now, is the Illa G video, the bullet in the bracelet.
Yeah.
I know that it got a lot of attention, but it's a really who did that beat?
That was done by my guys down here at Depth Charge. Uh, Wise. Oh man, what's their production name? Oh, they're gonna kill me.
Can we link it in the description?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get that from you after.
The same guys that did that did Crime Wave for 50 Cent. So if you look up Crime Wave,
it's not the Demolition.
Yeah, Team Demolition.
Okay. Kanan has been putting me on to a lot of the Team Demolition stuff recently.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kane and actually shout out to all the CMA guys. You know, they've really helped me kind of like get into this thing a little bit better and stuff. And that was one of those tracks, man, that I don't know why, but it resonated with me a lot. Just the tones, like just the rawness of it sounded like horns that were just slowed like way the hell down. And the production on it was really good. I just thought it was a huge step from a lot of the stuff I was watching. And then I saw this one. I was like, wow, there's a huge leap. I felt like, you know, production wise with the video content.
I changed cameras.
Oh, is that what it was? Just the camera? You didn't learn anything. Okay. Yeah, it was good, man. I really appreciated that video. And a lot of this stuff, you've just gotten better and better and better as you've gone along. So can you tell us anything? So I just went way back and there's a lot of stuff in the middle, but can you just briefly tell me, or it doesn't even have to be briefly, what's going on right now in the world of Gadget? You know, you got the YouTube stuff. You're doing a lot of videos, a lot of really, really interesting artists. So I know you got the block stuff.
I got a couple irons in the fire. So it's funny that you mentioned XO. I'm bringing XO back. Oh, nice. I'm doing a series called Airbnb Beats, and we're actually filming this Friday in Capitol Heights, Maryland. I'm flying in a producer from Memphis, and I have a producer from Glen Burnie, Maryland coming in. Those two producers in XO are going to create an EP at an Airbnb this weekend.
That sounds.
And we're going to put
that sounds like a cool video right there.
We're going to document the whole thing, the whole weekend.
That's interesting, man. I don't know if you remember, but I might have reached out to you about a month or two ago about maybe doing something like that in the future up here.
You did.
Because that would be a really cool thing. Because a couple days up here, man, you could get a lot done, I'm sure. But yeah, that sounds like so do you have a timeline? Did you already mention the timeline for that?
We're shooting it this weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend.
Yes, this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome. And then it'll take a little while to get all that sorted out. So
maybe about a week to edit and get the songs mixed.
Okay.
And so the producers are Gigahertz from Memphis and CX the producer, crowd favorite.
Absolutely. CX the producer, my guy. I love that dude. Yeah, that's great. And so that's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
I assume. Okay. And then you've got some other stuff that you do with I had this whole thing laid out too.
No, it's cool. I do podcasts. I got a podcast called My Office Hours Are, where I talk to musicians and creatives about how they monetize their talents. Okay. So I think that's something a lot of people can learn from, how to monetize what they do best or what they think they do best.
Absolutely. Yeah, because a lot of people, it's hard to be introspective, you know. It's easier sometimes to get a little guidance.
Some people are more creative than business.
Right.
And you got to give them, some instructions sometimes.
Lead the way a little bit.
Right.
Absolutely. You said something that I thought was really really important. You said you're willing to help anybody that has drive,
Yes.
and I follow that. I follow that completely. You know, that's kind of how I operate. I think it's important. Can't go around helping everybody, so it's like you got to kind of pick and choose. You
Right.
know, and you've really had a lot of different things, man. You throw it all at the wall and see what sticks, and
Oh yeah.
I commend you for that, because I do the same thing. Like, let's talk about Mixtape Video Presents. Was this before Mixtape Video Presents?
Oh, was that the Wise P and
Yes. Yeah.
Elegy? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Was this before? Because it looked like then you were reaching this, like, this spot where you were trying to tie in multiple dimensions into a single format.
I was.
This is probably like just prior to Scratch Mag, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
So actually, with Mixtape Video Presents, I was trying to do a visual mixtape where
Okay.
all the videos would play in sequence that a mixtape would be.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting that we're trying to do that now.
Yeah.
There's a few of us trying to do that now. So that you were, it's probably much easier now. But yeah, because the whole thing is trying to find, maybe you can tell me, do you know of a platform that allows you to combine Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube all in a single playlist that can be streamed?
No.
Okay. I had a couple, but when I went to pay for it, they wouldn't take my money. Bastards. For some reason, they didn't want my money. I tried, but all right. So then, yeah, I found the thing I was looking for here. Now, what about Scheme? So Scheme was your probably initial venture. Is that right?
No. So this is a great story.
Let's hear it.
So there used to be a website called Rap Mullet.
Oh boy.
So on Rap Mullet, there was a rap crew called Team Official. Giolani, Ransom, I swear it might have been like 20 rappers all in this one group.
Montega.
Okay. Yeah. And they were
Those
all
dudes.
They were all on this website. So Camilo, we did I did a couple videos for people in the crew, and Scheme was in Team Official.
Okay.
So when it came time to shoot a Scheme video, I drove up to Lancaster, that's where he lives, and we went to the hood. They love Scheme in the hood. And we shot the video. During the video, I meet this 17, 18-year-old rapper, big guy, could rap like Biggie. Better. Well, I wouldn't say better, probably more up to date.
Okay.
Named Hayes. And I manage Hayes now, but me and Hayes met on the set of Scheme's video shoot.
I'm not familiar with Hayes. I need to find Hayes.
Look at Hayes's freestyle videos. See, actually, there's a video of him freestyling at Scheme's video shoot.
Oh, maybe I did see it then. Oh. Oh wait, now I'm starting to think about this. Yeah, I do remember seeing a big dude. He's a big dude, right? Like a really big dude. Yeah, I think I did see this video.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's amazing, man, when you put the work in, the kind of things that turn up. You know, it almost seems like it's not coincidence. You know, like I've made fun of people forever, man, that talk about the universe and how the universe is talking to them and this and that, but now the shit's starting to happen to me, and now I got to sound like one of these idiots talking about the universe. Because I've been punking everybody, saying, "Listen, you make your own destiny," blah blah blah. But really, man, when things are presented to you, you kind of got to just go with it, you know?
Oh, sorry, I don't know who that is.
All right, so Yeah, so there was a lot of other things in here that I thought were really relevant. Um, the one of the things was, yeah, when I was watching the one of the Montega Giuliani videos, I was thinking to myself, actually, I wrote it down. What is it? What did it take at that moment with where you were? Damn, rat chat's just falling apart out here. So so what did it take for you when you were at that stage in your development in this process? What did it take for you to get these guys on a set to do a shoot with you know, did you have to bring out like equipment? Did you have to like hire people? Did you have to pay for, because you were using I think you were using one of the local stores as a venue for a music video, and coming in and out of the store? Is there an arrangement that happens between you guys? How does
No,
that sound?
everything I do, even now, is done guerrilla style. We'll just
Okay.
roll up into the store, say, "Hey, can we shoot a 5 minute scene here?" Boom. If they say yeah, we do it. If they say no, we move on to another store. Um, back then, like everything was super guerrilla shot. Everything was just, put it like this: I never had a treatment for anything.
I was just gonna say something. I
I
was
might,
just gonna say something.
I might have had a treatment for maybe 3 videos my entire career.
I was gonna say something. I think too, man, that maybe the ADD thing that a lot of us joke about, that's really helpful because
It
if
is.
you're just willing just to jump in the car with a bunch of dudes and be like, let's go. What do let's just go. I think that pays off.
But
If you
it helps that I already had a relationship with these guys as well because I was part of
yes,
Rap
yeah,
Mullet,
okay,
and
yeah,
I was I was literally the only me, Roddy Rod. Who else was shooting videos back then? Me, Roddy, me and Roddy were pretty much the only guys shooting videos back then.
and you got some epic footage too, like the PB Wolf and
Yeah, yeah,
Percy P. Like that was back in like '07.
yeah. I still have that. I have I still have all the mini DVs. I'm
Really?
gonna convert everything to digital and maybe do like a some sort of historical doc of everything that I've
Compilation or
shot. Yeah.
something? Man, that would be awesome. Man, because that would be one way to. I mean, you've got all this stuff, but there's so much there. You got thousands of videos. You
Mm-hmm.
know, how do you get through all that stuff and pick out the best parts to put into a documentary? You'd almost have to have like a damn box set. You
Yeah.
know, documentary box set or something. So yeah, so I thought that was cool. That some of these dudes, they were big back then, but Stone's Throw is,
They were
well,
big. They were
yeah,
huge at the time.
yeah.
I think during that show, who was somebody from their label was performing. I'm trying to think who was on Stone's Throw at the time. It was it Matt. It was. I don't think Madlib was there yet. I
In
can't
that
remember.
video, it was just Percy P
But Percy P didn't
and
perform.
P. No, he was just in the interview.
Yeah, he was. So it was. I can't. I can't remember. It might have been the 10-year anniversary of Stone's Throw or something like that.
Yes, it was. That's what it
Yeah,
was. That's a good memory. Damn,
yeah.
that's pretty
But
good.
I can't. But I can't remember who performed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can only. I tell my wife all the time, you only have so much room in your brain for important information. Sometimes shit got to get kicked out. So, you know,
Facts.
you got to just do what you can do, man. But so there was some funny dudes, man. Not ungood, not like not good rappers, but there was this one dude that I thought reminded me so much of Memphis Bleak. This dude, Cashmere.
Ah,
I knew you were gonna have this reaction. I don't know why. I just knew it. I just knew it. What's up with Cash?
Cashmere. If I recall, Cashmere is in jail for murder. He killed somebody in Virginia.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hold up. Hold on. No, I'm thinking about somebody else. Cashmere didn't murder anybody. He just no. But Team Demo had an artist that reminded me of Cashmere that we did videos for that did actually kill somebody, and he's in jail in Virginia. But
That's horrible.
Cashmere was he was part of Jay Skrilla's label, Interloop
Yeah,
Records. He was
right.
part of that, and I think honestly, artists get lazy, man. They don't come around. They want to come in the studio and smoke weed, and nothing
Yep.
got nothing got done. So that was it.
Man, so much talent. I mean, that one thing I learned through this process with just like trying to, prepare to have you as my guest. I learned a really, really important term:
What's that?
culture of honor. That was Jay Skrilla's album title. But
Right,
when you had him talking about, you did a video, and he was talking about all these dudes and how, in the ancient way they had this term that they used, and it was just like basically policing your own culture
right,
with the people within it, rather
right,
than having rules and this and that. Basically, people just handle it within, and you honor the elders, and you honor, the people that have put in the time. You gotta, everybody has to follow the same path. If you want to have the respect of the people doing what you're doing, you gotta start at the bottom, and you gotta kind of pay respect. And I thought that I had heard some of Jay Skrilla's work, but I immediately went and
Skrilla,
purchased the album.
Skrilla's a beast. Shout out
Yeah.
to Jay Skrilla. He's into he made a lot of money off Bitcoin. So he does Bitcoin seminars and podcasts now.
He had
So
a big vision.
yeah, so just do a search for Jay Skrilla Bitcoin, and you'll see a whole bunch of podcast videos of him talking about Bitcoin. Skrilla was into Bitcoin shit before Bitcoin was even heavy, like maybe 10 years, maybe even longer than 10 years ago.
Man,
He was telling me about the dark web and how you can buy shit off the dark web.
that's
Like
crazy.
this was long time ago.
That's crazy though, because anytime I see something like that, I'm like,
Mhm.
scam, alarm bells. I mean, I just don't understand how somebody knows. Like, how do you know?
Some
You gotta-
I'll tell you, some people are, and I'm not saying I am, but a lot of people are visionaries.
Mhm.
They see beyond the physical. Like if you can see beyond the physical, you can make anything happen.
I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling that way. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
So, I don't know. I've kind of got this thing going, this thing called the stream era concept. And so basically I was sitting talking with some friends, and it kind of dawned on me out of nowhere that, um, 2019, in 20 years, what are we going to be saying about 2019? What are we going to be saying about 2020, about the music culture, about the state of our culture? And so I started to think about it like, we do a great job of preserving other genres, other the classic hip hop era. Then there's this era, whatever you want to call it, this hip hop era. A lot of people call it the mumble rap era, whatever. So anyway, if we look back in 20 years, what are we going to call this era?
No idea.
Like, so I was thinking, how, like, what would we do? What would we call it? And I was thinking, what are we doing right now? Well, if you want to make classic hip hop, you're going to go and find one of these,
Hmm.
you know, a 2000 XL, or you're going to find like, uh, a friggin', I mean, an SP 1200. You're going to go and find equipment that can give you that sound. So I was thinking, in 20 years, is somebody going to be looking for like a 2019 MacBook Pro? Are they going to be looking for, a wireless router from 2020? Because if if we can harness the stream itself as an audio source, we can send audio through the stream. So we can use vinyl players and send audio through the stream. You capture the audio from the stream, and then you use that audio as the basis to make your music. Now you've just encapsulated a couple different eras. You've got the classic hip hop era because you're going to use the vinyl in the same way, but you've changed the sound because something happens to the audio when it goes over the stream. So it's a way to encapsulate several different eras into one, and it becomes a separate thing. So that's just something that I had been thinking about. And, that's my effort, is just to try to create something new and something fresh and different that, everybody can have fun with. Because we all really loved the CMA stuff, like doing the homework assignments and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people miss having the ability to be part of that kind of community. Having the homework things and stuff like that, it just helps you grow.
Right.
So yeah, so I kind of feel that way now, that you got to be thinking about the future in that way if you want to do something that lasts long term. And you had that same thought 20 years ago, or at least 12 years ago, when you started harnessing all of this stuff for YouTube and all this. I mean, you were definitely a visionary in that, and I do consider that visionary, because look who now is part of the community, because you've had a hand in creating that for them. A lot of people are connected directly because they have interaction with you, and so there's a lot of guys like yourself. I consider Tashir another guy that really helps to glue the community together. And Rod Wallace, I consider him another guy. Like, these are guys that are outside the box thinkers. You will answer the phone if somebody calls, and that's not for everybody. So I just want to commend you for that. Corny, call me whatever you want, but you deserve a spot. You deserve a space to, you're always putting everybody else in the spotlight. So you do an awesome job, man. And I just think that from all of us, we appreciate this content so much that if none of it was here, that'd be crazy if none of this content was here for us to watch and, look forward to. So, these retreats and all that stuff is really, really cool. So, yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, a lot of people that I've filmed have, went on to, great things. Like, EXO is part of Diamond District. Praise went on to produce for Torre. Come on, Torre and
I made the screen big so that everybody could watch.
Oh, thank you. So hold on, I gotta Torre.
Yeah, so.
Hold on. I gotta give praises, props, because he deserves it. He works hard. Not Planet Asia. We'll come back to that, but Praise is another guy that, like when I interviewed him, like, he skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really proud of Praise.
You get to stand back and look at that, like, I feel good about helping this guy because he's carrying the torch, or whatever.
What's funny, I met Praise at a beat battle and he lost.
Damn. You probably,
I hope he watches this. He was in a beat battle. He lost. I want to say he lost to Count Fifth, who had produced for damn, I don't even smoke weed, and I forget a lot of names. He produced for one of the Wu-Tang affiliates. Oh God, Black. What's his name? The artist said that his album was called Heavy Mental.
Okay.
He was part of Wu-Tang. Hold on.
If you're in the chat, give us an answer.
Oh, there's a chat?
There's a chat. You got a chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, you can go. Do you see the StreamYard over to the side there in the StreamYard? Over to the right-hand side, there's a thing that says comments up there.
Oh, okay.
You click on that, and you can even type stuff.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. RTO. Let's get it cracking.
Yeah.
Sky 2. That's what I think of. Sky 2.
Thank you.
Yo, yo.
So,
What's happening,
oh, and
everybody?
so this is let's just go ahead and because we got a little support here. So we got Kane in the house.
What up, Kanan?
Um, Phil, Phil's out here. Phil's been helping out a lot with a lot of different stuff.
Word.
So it's cool to be here with all you folks. And yeah, and there's even some man. This dude right here. This dude right here. I just found this dude a couple days ago. Animal Kitchen. Go check him out because he loves like I don't know. Are you like a Netflix guy? Do you watch like
Yeah.
Stranger Things or any of that stuff? Are you into any of that stuff?
Yes.
All right. Well, he just he takes very seriously. He takes Stranger Things very seriously. He does very good work on his Renaissance with Stranger Things. So go check him out. Who else can I shout out in here? Walt. What up, Walt? This dude right here hit me up. He saw something else, and he's from Michigan area. He's moving to Atlanta. So yeah, these are just people that are interested in this community thing, man, that we're part of, and we're all trying to contribute in our own way. Follow the example of the ones that are putting in the effort. So, but yeah. So anyway. I really want to know a little bit about the pod blocks thing.
Sure.
I think it's interesting that you're providing. It seems I don't know a lot about it, but it seems like you're providing a space for people to be creative, and you're kind of taking a little bit of the work out of it for them. Is that right?
Yeah. So what? A lot of people. I created it to do podcasts or record podcasts for people, so they could wouldn't have to do bring other people into their house. So that's initially what I created it for. It turned into being a YouTube studio for producers. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of a hangout for producers. They come in, make beats, I'll film them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And it sounds easy for them. For somebody to do this to get their word out, it sounds like they can just come in. You almost like you got an engineer that's on spot, ready to go to get you up and running.
Yeah.
I've watched quite a few of them. Yeah, exactly. So it's good that you can provide that, for people. I don't know if you've ever used StreamYard before, but this is really cool, man, and it's actually free. So like there are bigger versions, which I do actually subscribe to, but you can do a lot of interesting things in here because it's browser based. So there's a lot of different things you can do. You could do a remote pod blocks.
How many people can you have on here simultaneously?
Man, I can because I have my ways, I can probably do like 40.
What?
Yeah, because I have ways. I'm like, oh, nice. That was cool. Hey.
I wish it had stayed off.
I know. I have my ways. I'm like a little I'm like a tech nerd that can do all kinds of weird shit. So
okay.
But yeah, you can do all kinds. I mean, you can do all kinds of people, and you can share your screen, and like you can do some pretty innovative stuff in here, and they're always working on it. They're always updating stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway,
it interfaces with Facebook?
Actually, it does. So right now we're on Facebook right now. We're actually streaming to the Stream Era group on Facebook, and we're streaming to YouTube and regular Facebook all simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can actually do more. Actually, if you pay for the version that I have, you can do unlimited destinations. That's pretty damn good,
How much is it a month?
I don't want to quote them. But I think it's like 20 or 40, something like that a month, like $40 I think, for the pro version, which you have all these overlays and backgrounds. And actually, they just updated it, so now we can do videos as overlays, which is like to be able to do a 30-second intro for each live stream. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like you can do your own custom 30 not 30 minute, 30 second.
That's tight.
Yeah, that's cool because you can, pull it in.
Does it save the final video?
On this version, yes. So you got you can download the audio, or you can download the full video from their servers if you're paying for the the pro version. But yeah, so I think this kind of thing, man, could really hook some people up that are out of the wood. I'm out here like Antarctica. So for me to be connected with everybody, I have to be like in here in this space doing this kind of stuff.
Kanan,
So
Kanan says bring back Uber Beats. It's back, bro.
yeah,
I got who do I have next?
you just did one like 2 weeks ago, right?
A month ago. Yeah, I did Grussel.
Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, I got another one. We're gonna do one with we're gonna do another one with CX this weekend, and we're gonna do one with Gigahertz this weekend since they're both gonna be in the DMV.
Nice. Maybe you do a collab, like a live collab in
It
the
will
car.
happen. It may
Yeah,
happen.
it may happen. Cool. All right. So, well, anybody else got any other questions in here?
Somebody asked me where the podcast was at.
Okay.
So my office hours are podcast right now is on Anchor. You can go to anchor.fm, and my channel is Phonics, Phonix Digital Media. So Phonics Digital Media channel on anchor.fm.
I was gonna try and write it for everybody, but I can't damn type that fast. I'll get maybe you can shoot me some links and I can stick them in the video.
No
Yeah,
problem.
cool. Yeah, so that's really interesting to me. Like this, I feel like with the underground scene, you kind of do have to have your own way. Like I do feel like your videos have like its own kind of character to it. Do you think that there's anything that is special about putting together videos in the underground that's a little bit like nuance compared to other people that sets it apart? I mean, you're talking about guerrilla shit. Is that really what it's about? Just straight up dirty, just get, no effects, just bring the cameras and the gear and the people and shoot a video.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, there goes that. I was thinking,
I very rarely have somebody helping me, but if I do, it's usually Roddy Rod or Kev Nice. But I think out of all the videos I've shot, probably used them maybe 3 or 4 times.
Okay. Hey, you're getting a lot of work in.
But Roddy is nice. Roddy just did the Priest of Nomad video. Go check that out. He has an album coming out. I don't know when, but it's coming out soon. I think he has an album release party tonight in DC.
Okay. Is it going to be live anywhere or?
I don't know. I'm here with you.
Damn, we could have brought it to him. Brought it to him. You spend a lot of time in North Dakota, right?
Yes.
What's the best spot to be in North Dakota?
Canada.
Canada? All right. Why Canada? Because
that's where the women are.
Okay. Yeah. And you were a military guy.
Yes. Air Force.
Yeah. Air Force. So a lot of us, man, we had military experience and
you do a lot of research.
Me? We talked. You don't remember?
I told you that?
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay.
You told me that. Shit. I listen. I listen. I listen. I try. Yeah, you told me all kinds of stuff. I mean, I know that you moved to the DMV in 82. 1982, right? And yeah, so I think that a guy that's born in Philly moves to the DMV, has his little crew, learns some stuff in school, gets a little group together, makes a little program, sets him off and running, goes and makes a bunch of videos, thousands of videos later.
I was the outcast when I got here. Nobody back in 82, nobody in DC listened to hip hop. It was all go-go here.
Okay.
It was all go-go in DC. Rakim got booed off stage. Public Enemy got booed off stage. The only people they liked, Salt and Pepper, Kwame, Dana Dane.
Okay. So you had an uphill battle. You had a bit of an uphill battle. And that makes sense, though.
And later on, Ice Cube. Couple years.
It makes total sense that a guy that felt like an outcast started his own thing to try to, bring people together. So I think that.
Well, I wanted to make content that I would want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Do you
so
watch your own stuff
after I post them, no. Like
on?
literally, if there's a mistake in the video, RTO will tell me. RTO like
Oh, I know. He does the same shit to me.
RTO watches every one of my videos. Like I posted a podcast on YouTube yesterday, but after 23 minutes there was no audio. He's like, "Yo, bro, your audio just went out." So
Yeah.
I'm actually encoding it right now again. But
Oh,
I don't watch my videos after I post them on YouTube.
oh, thank God that RTO does that, because I wouldn't have known that I say absolutely a lot without him. Shout out to RTO, keeping it real. Appreciate that. But yeah,
I
so
love RTO.
yeah, man, he's out there. He's out there doing his thing, and
Yeah,
yeah, most of this.
we had a trip out there when we did
Yeah.
our retreat
Yep.
when we went to San Francisco.
Dirty old men. Shout out to dirty old men.
That's right.
So a lot of good stuff came out of that. It was some really good, is there anything coming up like before the end of the year that you want to talk about by chance, or is there any like any projects that you want to talk about or hint at, or is there
Yeah,
anything?
so I told you about Airbnb Beats,
Mm-hmm.
which we're shooting that this weekend.
This
Uh,
weekend.
I have another Uber Beats coming out probably this weekend. We're working on Hayes's album, which will be out late January. Uh, and let me tell you, man,
Is there any breaking news you can deliver here?
I don't know about breaking news. If any of you guys know Wide Body has sent me beats for Hayes. They, let me. They're gonna do an EP together.
Okay.
So with the way I'm doing Hayes, we're going to release a project every quarter. So every 4 months there's going to be a Hayes project.
There you go. That's the grind right there. Hey, if it's a good combination, you're thinking that sounds. Wide Body's got ridiculous. Those drums are just ridiculous.
And Wide Body has gotten better like over the years. Like I've listened to the beats he sent me like 5 years ago to the beats he's sending me now.
Mm-hmm.
Complete 180.
Right.
Complete 180.
That's one thing about this group is everybody's always in the studio, either making a beat or planning a beat or helping somebody else with a beat, or not even just a beat. Videos, it's a it's a community effort. So, and it's making good content. I think that's really what it's about. I mean,
What I really want for especially for my guys, for Dirty Old Men and people part of the Scratch Magazine TV family like Grussel and Hill Prop and all these. I want these guys to start making their own content so
right.
they can start getting some of this YouTube money, because even though YouTube cracks down, they haven't cracked down on music. They might have cracked down on some of the PewDiePies or whatever the fuck his name is. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I curse on here?
You just did, so it's all good.
I apologize, man.
No, it ain't. This channel's never getting monetized because I always put shit on here anyway. I don't ever plan on it. Listen, if you want to talk shit and you want to play beats with tons of uncleared shit, get in touch with me because I do not care. I don't do this for that. So you can play your shit on here anytime you want. Anybody, please.
So I just want I want producers to think outside of the box, because like the pod, even though this podcast I didn't do it, I'm going to be adding my own music to the intros.
Okay.
And the outro. I think producers kind of think gotta get caught up into the I need to get a placement. There's way more things in music you can do besides working with an artist.
I agree.
I know people that are doing music for video games. I know people who are doing original music for Netflix shows, for shows on Hulu, and they started out doing hip hop, and they just took a leap of faith and started doing something slightly different than working with an artist, doing instrumental music.
Hey, you do have to have a belief in yourself. You
Yeah.
know, I think I think we talked a little bit about I talk a lot about this guy because he's I mean Bob Ross, the painter. Man,
And
that guy, that dude, he's an unsung man. This guy,
we have
he
clouds over here, and then we'll put a tree
oh
right
my god, absolutely. That tone, that corny ass tone, was able to reach like 95% of the broadcasting TV stations in the United States were carrying the joy of painting. That's
there.
unprecedented. No other entity has ever had that much backing by the entire nation's network. 95%. That's insane. So, and you know how he did that? One damn person at a time. He'd go to the strip malls and he would do little events and stuff. And even when nobody would show up, by the way, if you want to see the documentary, it's on streamera.org. You can go and watch this documentary. It's really good. And yeah, the dude with the big ass hair and the guy that talks, real soft. But he had a vision, man. That's a visionary dude. He created an entire workflow so that he could create paintings within 30 minutes live.
Am I able to type in the comments?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please do, because I'm down.
I don't see how though.
Oh, so you click on the bottom. Do you see at the bottom of the comments where it says post a comment? Did you click on the comment box?
Yeah, I see the comments.
Okay. Damn, maybe you can't.
I
No,
can't.
you can. I know you can. I know you can. I know you can. Damn. You know what you could do? Do you have your phone?
Yes.
You got something you can pull up the feed? You'd have to go to my YouTube channel, but
Okay.
you could tell me.
What's your YouTube channel?
I will EYEWILL create. This is a moment in history, folks. I've gotten somebody to go to my YouTube channel.
Oh, there we are.
All you folks are here too. So
Five watching. Let me mute that. All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna put the link to the podcast because one guy
Yeah.
said he couldn't find it.
Yeah. Put whatever you want to put in there. That'd be cool.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, so the whole boring story about Bob Ross was just that dude create the dude before him, they were doing paint by putting one layer down and then letting it dry and then another layer. He's like, screw that. Let's put all the damn paint on the thing all at once. So he found a way by making each layer less thick. So the lighter shit would stick, each lighter layer would stick to the thicker layer. So he was able to do full paintings in a half an hour, and it was called the wet paint theory. So this whole thing was,
I didn't know that.
So this whole thing I was talking about like doing collaborations using the stream is actually a way to collaborate with people without letting the paint dry. So right now, when we collaborate with people, we have to zip up the files, send it to people, email, wait for them to open it, then they download the shit, they add their own stuff, and then they send it back. Right now, if you wanted to do a collaboration inside of a broadcast software, you could. You're going to lose a little bit on the quality of the audio, but it's going to sound different. You know what I'm saying? So that's like wet paint theory. It's like not letting the paint dry. It's rather creating something rather than doing something that's already been done. So, but it's yeah, whatever. It's boring. But yeah. So about the whole Scratch Mag team and about Digital Hustle and the pod blocks and everything, man, you're doing a great job. And I'd love to be involved in any way I can. Of course, I'm not going to stick my nose in there too far. I'll just hang around the outside and just kind of peek in. But is there any other questions in here? Because I told you would be about an hour there.
Guy Kane and say, how can I get on Uber Beats? If you live in DC, holla at me.
Oh, that's Kane. Yeah. Yeah,
Kane.
he
Oh,
lives.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he lives in that area.
He does?
Absolutely. Yeah, he
Okay.
does. He does. He does. I got his info. I'll shoot it over to you.
Okay.
All right. All right, man. So I know your final message to me when we talked, when I took my nerd notes, you told me that your message was that you're willing to help anybody that has drive. So is there any last parting thoughts about Big Picture,
Uh,
Gadget, Anthony Mims, The Family Man? Is there any parting words that you want to give to any sad souls that happen to be watching this?
just just create. Like uh I have an NPC that I am just now going to dump all those beats and release them. Like if you're holding on to beats, it's a waste of time.
Mhm.
I mean, people still waiting. You're never gonna get a call from Nas. I'm being realistic. I'm not
Yeah.
saying people's beats are whack, but Jay is never gonna call you.
Right.
Like not in this day and age.
That don't happen anymore,
No,
really.
no.
So, yeah. I
So
mean,
I would just say if you can't find an artist, there's always a lane for instrumental music. Always. Instrumental music for movies, TV shows. There's a website that even lets you upload your beats and they submit the your music to the music companies for you.
that's good information. So,
Hold up,
I want to say,
Kanan was in Team Demo. Hold on,
yeah,
I gotta see him. I don't know who it is though.
Thelonious. Do you know? Remember Thelonious Drunk from CMA?
I was never in CMA.
No, but I mean, the same kind of, crowd. It's all good. It's all good. I'll shoot you the info. He actually just sent me some freaking amazing projects that they were working on back in the day. Maybe I'll shoot you a couple of them if he doesn't mind. Like unreleased shit. It's really really good from back then.
They're
From
good. Team
from
Demo
the
is good. Like
yeah
I'm
yeah.
like
I think it was actually pre-demo. Like
they did a lot of stuff they did that they didn't get credit for.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been kind of filling me in on some of the game and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, man, you've been awesome. I appreciate all your time. I wanted to tell everybody, you can go and find Gadget at Scratch Mag TV on IG. Find him at Digital Hustle Films on YouTube. This stuff will all be in the description. The pod blocks, we've been talking about that. So that's it, man. Appreciate everybody for being here, and thanks for your time.
Man.
Hit that button, subscribe, or do something. Help a guy out. It's looking pretty dusty around here. Could use the help. All right, man. I appreciate your time very much. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope it was enjoyable. Maybe we can do it again one day. Peace, my friend.
All right.
Guys.